let me just put this addendum in there. You do need to be in shape for the kingdom assignment. Listen, you need to be in shape for the kingdom assignment. I had told the praise team, I said, y'all not going to look real good standing behind me, and y'all have me rolling up to the pool thing. That's not about to happen. But God began to really minister. He says, you got to be in shape for the kingdom. You can't ask God to send you all over the world, and you ain't in shape for it. Come on, somebody. You got to be in shape. And I told Elder, I said, I felt better with a little bit lighter. I said, I put them little Samba Adidas on. I said, and baby, I was walking that airport like it wasn't nothing. It was good, mommy, to be in shape, because I was at one gate, and all of a sudden 30 minutes for the flight, when it says your gate has changed, I said, oh Lord. I was like, let me get up over here. Then I was like, shoot, now I can. I was like, let me. I told her, I was walking like this. You walk different when you get a little pound. I'm sorry, that's my personal thing. They ain't got nothing to do with the word. But maybe it's because I need to soar a little bit. You can't soar being weighed down, DJ. You got to learn how to take some weight off. Come on, somebody. So listen. So but it means to delay action until. And so the Lord, I'm telling you, I almost fainted when I heard the word delay. It's the act of staying in place or maintaining a state of readiness. And so although you're waiting, you still ready. At any time, we had got on, listen, so much happened, I can't say. We had got on the plane, and the man said, we're going to have to wait 45 minutes, but we can't get off the plane. And because they got to recheck the engine, we don't have no electricity either, so we was on the plane with no air. Then after being on the plane for 45 minutes, he said, I'm sorry, but I got some more bad news. He said, Dallas, we was in Leesville, he said, Dallas has been completely grounded, so we're going to have to get back off the plane. He said, and now we're not going to take off to another 2 hours. He said, but you can't leave this area. He said, because if it happens to go faster, he said, and I call it to come in, and you ain't here, good God in Zion, y'all don't hear me. If you ain't ready, then you gonna just, he said, we pulling off without you. He said, we pulling off. So somebody said, well, I'm hungry, and I'm just going to go on. I said, they going to miss it. Somebody else said, well, I ain't doing this. They going to miss it. And I politely got my little debit card and said, what does the vending machine have? I said, because I ain't going nowhere. I said, because I'm in expectation. So I text Elder, and I said, I'm not on there yet. I said, but I'm on my way, baby. Just come on in. Just come on in. And then I just love my husband. He said, I can't see you, but I can smell you all over the house. He's like, so I'm just sweating. He said, you know, I was talking about your little perfumes and all your stuff. He said, but now he said they actually kind of good in something. I was like, what you say, man of God? He said, you need to come on home. But I said, yes, Jesus. Y'all laughing at me, but I was down there talking about perfumes. I said, and let me tell y'all what's on my list in case y'all want to get it. Because I was ignorant. The lady said, cut the live back on so in case somebody else want to hear it. I said, it's Creed Silk. I'm going to put it out in this church too. Just in case somebody wanted I want to bless my pastor. Listen. So I began to understand that waiting, it has power in it. Waiting, you got to understand that things are happening, things are taking place. And so I said, God, this is so good to me. I said, because this is the practical thing of waiting. It means to be in a state of readiness while anticipating a particular outcome. Waiting often requires patience. Waiting often requires trust. Waiting causes you to have an endurance like never before, as it suggests that something is coming but not yet arrived. So when you say you waiting, you can't wait being messy. You can't wait gossiping. You can't wait talking about the thing that you want. Some of y'all need to repent on how y'all done talked about money and folk with money because you ain't got none. But God said, because you keep cursing the very thing that you want, he ain't gonna bless you with it. Come on, somebody. The first thing I did when I shifted with money is I had to change my mindset, and I had to repent on some stuff that I said with my mouth. Matilda said it earlier. She said, somebody don't take all that. It take all that and then some. Oh, yes, it do. Oh, yes, it do. Y'all got to stop listening to people. I tell people, stop. Mama said, stop listening to people that ain't got a pot to and a window to pour it out of. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, I want to give you the Hebrew and the Greek definition. Somebody say, it's coming. I taught one time it's on the way. And so you got to be in the expectation. But something happens when you wait. Hebrew, the Greek word for wait in Hebrew is quava. It's Q-A-V-A-H. This means to bind together, to twist, or to expectantly look for it. It conveys the idea of waiting with hopeful anticipation while being strengthened. This is why he said, I'll mount up you like wings of eagles. He said, I ain't gonna make you like no chicken. Come on, you only can go so high. He said, I gotta strengthen you. You gotta be strong to be an eagle. You gotta know how to operate, because eagles even eat different. Eagles don't eat dead stuff. Eagles always eat their food when it's alive. You gotta be strong to be able to go high, swoop down low, and then be able to get back up. Because you know your low, that ain't your level. Ooh, Lord, that'll teach right there. that ain't your level. If you go down low, you just got to be able to, you know. I told them down there, a butterfly can't never think like a caterpillar. I said, a butterfly can't even hang out with a caterpillar. His wings don't even let him, he'll get down there for a minute, but his wings won't even let him stay that low, because the symmetry of it has got to go higher. So listen, so it means to be twisted and to expectantly look. Your waiting is not only expectation, but it's also anticipation. It looks different when you see the results and the transformation. I'm just so good about this. Somebody realized that when you wait, something happens, because something greater is coming. Wait is not passive, but it's active. It's an expected waiting, like stretching and preparing for something. The Greek word is hupomeno. It's H-U-P-O-M-E-N-O. The term means to remain under. It means to endure or stay steadfast. It signifies patience, endurance, and perseverance in the face of trials while trusting in God's timing. Not your timing, but God's timing. Something happens when you wait. You get stronger when you wait. Come on, somebody. You learn how to be more patient when you wait. You learn how to persevere when you wait. Something happens when you wait. When you wait. When you wait, God will speak to you. He'll strengthen you. On my way down there, I had spoke already to the atmosphere, different things. And then all of a sudden, I found myself looking at the weather and different stuff. This is what I heard the Lord say. He said, why come you checking against what you already said? I said, huh? Mama said people say huh can hear. I said, huh? He said, why are you checking against something that you already spoke? He said, you said that the atmosphere will be clear, everything will make a way. He said, but now you're questioning what you just said you decreed. Y'all know how we say that. I declare and decree I am the righteousness of God, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. I'll never be broke another day in my life. Y'all know that's what we say? Then as soon as the news come out, see, everything going up. See, now everything going to be hard. Are any of y'all hungry?
No.
If y'all want some eggs, y'all still eating them?
Yes.
She said the eggs and the chickens. Here's why, because a long time ago, God said you can complain about the prices that are going up, or you can ask me to increase you every time it does. I was looking back, sis, when I was a senior in high school, and I had me a little B210 car, and it was 89 cents a gallon. Some of y'all can probably remember lower than that. That was my portion, yeah. Mine was 89 cents a gallon. That meant $5 filled my tank up. That's why we used to joyride so much. Because it filled my tank up. And so when prices started going up, watch this, we still did not get gas. Why am I saying this? Don't let the systematic ways of the world keep you from living according to what God has already spoken. You got to believe that God going to take care of you no matter what. Y'all don't, I said no matter what. Y'all don't hear me. He'll create something for you. He'll open up something for you. He'll drop something for you. He'll leave something for you. He'll make something bigger for you. He'll have a check come in the mail for you. Old stuff will show up for you. That's how crazy I am to believe God. Ooh, turn to James 5. Let's look verse 7 through 8. James 5, 7 through 8. It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited. This blessed me because y'all remember last week? The husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth and had long patience for it until he received the early and the latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. The husbandman is the farmer, the one I had told you about when we talked last week about the branches, and we talked about that the branch connected to the vine, and the vine is now being dressed by the husbandman. And it says that we got to learn how to be patient, just like the farmer. We got to learn how to wait, that you believe that fruit is going to produce according to that which is coming out of the earth, that you're so patient